Push it. Alright, hey everybody, I am Jeff. I'd like to basically offer a little bit of guidance on some stuff that I saw on YouTube with some people that, because they didn't get what they want, they didn't get something for free, they feel that they've got to down on services that actually work for the majority of people in the United States and Canada. There is one particular service out there that deals in legal and identity theft. And you get a lot of people on there that, for some reason, they were having to go through divorces and everything, but they don't tell you the whole story. The whole story is this. With the Legal Shield legal service, all right, you got to ask yourself, if you go to a regular law firm, you're going to pay about $250 an hour. If you get paperwork done in that law firm, they're going to charge anywhere from $15 to $75 per paperwork if they have to make a phone call for you. Now, what happens in that regular, everyday law firm? More than likely, you'll have to go in, you sit down in a lawyer's office after you schedule a meeting or an appointment. Okay, when you schedule that meeting or appointment, you won't talk to the lawyer right away. You're going to talk to the secretary and the paralegal. Then when you get to that meeting or appointment, you have to wait for them to finish up. And by the way, you're being charged for all this. So the second that you start calling a lawyer, they may give you a free 10-minute consultation in some cases, not every case. But then when you go in and talk to them, it doesn't matter if you're there for an hour or a half hour. You're getting charged for a full hour, which is around $250 an hour on average. Okay? Then if you ask them to do paperwork, what they usually do is that lawyer then sends it over to the paralegal. The paralegal writes everything up, and you're assuming that the lawyer did all the work. Now, why do I say that Legal Shield offers a better alternative? Okay? Now, you may ask yourself and say, oh my gosh, it's less than $1 a day. Oh my gosh, I don't want to pay $24 a month. Well, here's what you're paying for. Not only do we have law firms that represent every state in the United States and 4 provinces of Canada, but on top of that, we have over 5,000 plus referral attorneys that are not law firms, but attorneys in different cities, towns, counties within the United States and up in Canada. Now, what does that work for you? When you call them up, first off, you're not making an appointment or a schedule to get into the office, okay? What you're doing is you're calling them up and you can ask them any question over any topic, okay, for that $24.95. Now, before I go into question or topic, look at it like this. If you go into a regular law firm that charges $250 an hour on average, all right, what you get? There's no guarantee, there's no accountability. When you go in there, you don't even know if that particular lawyer is qualified in the area of law you're asking about. You're basically shaking the dice, rolling them out, and hoping that that lawyer is going to give you the best service possible. Now, with over the Legal Shield, first off, those law firms and lawyers are held accountable to not only the law firm, but also to the main corporate office, and they're held accountable to each one of the members within Legal Shield. Okay? So if they're not providing the best service for you, you're going to get a different lawyer if you're not getting the best service, if that makes sense. In other words, each law firm, each referral attorney is held accountable to a higher service, to a higher, person. In other words, you're not basically rolling the dice and wishing for luck. You're basically going to get the best service possible. Does that mean it's going to work every single time for you for what you need? No, because we don't all speak legalese. Now, what you do get is no contracts, no copays, no deductibles, nothing like that. So when you call into the service, if you're not happy, okay, so you're out, $24. But the thing about it is, with our retention, which is over 90%, okay, which means 90% of the people that have memberships, they're happy with our services. So when you call in and they send out a letter or phone call for you, it doesn't cost any more other than the $24.95 that you spend. Take $24.95 times 12, all right? Now, the longer you're with the service, say after 90 days, they do uncontested stuff for you, like uncontested name change, uncontested adoption, uncontested divorce, uncontested foster care. Now, what does uncontested mean? Just for all the people out there that are trying to get something for free, uncontested means you and the other people, there's no arguments. In other words, if you're going through an uncontested divorce after 90 days, that means you can actually take that paperwork to your ex-husband, ex-wife, whatever else, have them sign it, and they're fine with it. You got to understand that if it's contested, that means it's going to be tied up in court for a long time. And then that's going to cost you more. But at least you're going to get a 25% preferred member discount. Now, what if it's something as simple as a lawyer calling in to like one of the cell phone companies and saying, hey, which happened to me? Or which happened to millions of our members with either, warranties or something like that. They're going to handle it right there on the spot, but you don't have to go into the office to handle it. You're not getting a paralegal, you're getting an actual lawyer that's qualified and certified in the area of law that you're calling about. Now, you can call about all kinds of situations and keep calling back, and they're going to keep providing you with the best service possible. All these people, and it's not even very many. If you want to start doing comparisons, you compare Sprint to Verizon or US Cellular and look at what their complaint ratio is, okay? Look at Microsoft, what their complaint ratio is. When you start getting into fields like that, not everybody's always going to be happy. And unfortunately, we live in a world where people try to take advantage of the system. Everybody wants something for free, okay? We live in a republic to where we're in a democratic state, which means, you know, you can call on, and it's your choice whether or not you want to use the Legal Shield for $24 a month, or if you want to use a regular law firm that charges you $250 an hour on average. I say on average because you're right. You're going to find a couple that may charge you $50 an hour. Somebody might charge you $100 an hour. Somebody may even go pro bono for you. But with Legal Shield, you're at least guaranteed accountability. You're guaranteed to get your will done. You're guaranteed to get your power of attorney done right away for that $24. You know, and the longer you stick with Legal Shield, so instead of spending $250 an hour, you're spending $250 a year, and you're getting all those coverages. Now, one of the greatest things is, take for instance, you get pulled over. You have an emergency situation, no matter what it is. You can actually get a hold of an attorney 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, that's still held accountable, you know, no matter what state you're in, no matter where you're at, that will help you with your situation. If you call one of your friends or family members or somebody that's a lawyer, or your buddy knows a lawyer, everybody knows somebody, that's great. But now you're going to pay for that. Stand still, Grace. You're going to pay for that. So what I'm trying to tell you on this is Legal Shield. It is something that every person in North America and Canada needs. Why? Because if not, you're going to be wasting so much money on lawyers that make promises to you, and then when they're out, there's no accountability to that lawyer. I think the greatest part about Legal Shield is the accountability of each and every law firm that goes to bat for you and is guaranteed to give you 100% of their time, instead of passing it off to a referral attorney or keep telling you got to keep coming in and keep coming in and keep coming in, because they're only getting paid by the hour and they have no accountability to them. Legal Shield is held to a higher power. It's held to a higher accountability. And that's what makes it great. You're right. In the last 46 years of service, there's been situations where people may not have been happy. Not everybody's going to be happy that they get served divorce papers or they got in a wreck and they realize. But you got to understand that if you do that with insurance, State Farm, Country Companies, USAA, you know, all these different companies out there, there are people that are mad because they didn't get the best insurance rate even though they were paying for it. Why? Because every situation is different. Everybody thinks that they're entitled to something. The thing about it is, we all don't speak legalese. We all don't speak in insurance terms. So when you have these people going on there sitting there saying, oh, they're making... No. What it boils down to is this. We're going to take care of all the simple, from the trivial situations all the way up to the traumatic. And when I watch different things on YouTube or on, you know, of people downing it, I watch and see what they've actually done within the community of legal. And first off, they're not lawyers. They know nothing about the legal system. All they know is that they need to say negative stuff about negative stuff. That's like people going in and talking negative about Microsoft, or comparing Nintendo to Xbox, or comparing Verizon to Sprint, or comparing US Cellular to T-Mobile. Okay, that's like comparing Walmart to Target. You know how many people complain about this stuff? Well, guess what? You're going to get what you pay for. I understand that. But when you have a company that holds itself accountable and the people around them accountable, that's what makes Legal Shield great. Is first off, not only are you going to call and be able to call anytime you want for whatever, over any topic, you know, 5 days a week when the law firms are open, but in any emergency situation, we're going to help take care of those situations for you. Granted, some things may come at a 25% preferred member discount. But things like phone calls, getting your paperwork done, asking unlimited questions, unlimited topics, these things, you can go to Google, but Google never passed a bar exam. Our lawyers are going to get back to you with 6 to 8 business hours, and they're going to be professional on the phone. And if you don't agree with them, you can call back in and get a different law firm or a different lawyer to help you out with it. That's the Legal Shield way. So all these people that want to down and complain, you know what, I'm out here with my daughter today because of Legal Shield. I've had so many different situations that happen. I got so many members that had different situations that happen, and they're very happy with what Legal Shield provides and the Legal Shield associates. Okay? But when you're dealing with over 5 million members plus, not everybody's going to be happy. But you've got to understand, look at ice cream shops. It's coming up to summertime. Are you going to always be happy with every single ice cream shop in your hometown? Or it's all of a sudden one day you're going to come in and maybe something wasn't served the right way? Legal Shield is the best service out there. Are we the greatest? No. But are we the best thing there is today? Exactly. The United States and Canada are two of the best countries in the world today. Are they perfect? Are they? No. But they're the greatest thing that are there today. Could something come along better later on? Yeah. But it took us 46 years to get to this state. And I just want each and every one of you to know, is it worthwhile to actually investigate, look into? Yeah. Does Legal Shield open up everything to everybody so that you can see who we are, what we do, what we offer you? Of course. But I would rather undersell you our Legal Shield membership than oversell and you be disappointed where you go on. Sometimes we've had associates in the past that do that. Am I speaking on terms for the company? No, this is me. I am Jeffrey Jansen. I'm an independent Legal Shield associate letting you know that we're going to go to bat for you. Are we going to be perfect? Or could some lawyers maybe somewhere try to undercut us? Of course they could. But if for the simple, everyday items that need something every day, do you have over $250 to spend per hour on a lawyer? Not even a law firm. At least with Legal Shield, you get an entire law firm that's going to come to your beck and call, that's going to be there for you, and they're going to go out of their way to do the best thing for you. Why? Because we're the only privately owned lawyers in the world. Everybody else has open legal system. We're the only one like us. So you can't even compare us to everybody else because when there's nobody else to compare us to, it's very, very hard. I'm happy that I'm on the river today, which is over there, with my daughter because of how great Legal Shield is. And we have millions of testimonies to each and everything that goes on with the legal system today on how great we are. Are we perfect? Nope. And we'll never will say we are. Are there things that we can improve in? Of course. But are we the best thing out there? Yes, we are. We're the best thing out there today. And as an independent Legal Shield associate, not speaking on behalf of the company, just speaking on behalf of what I have done, what I have been through, and what I've seen the members that I've brought in, and how great they are, and how appreciative they are. Everywhere from, speeding tickets, great, we can go help that. But if a company says they can fix a ticket, they're lying to you. We don't say we're going to fix a ticket. We're going to say we're going to go in, and it's up to the judge to determine on what goes on next. But at least you have a lawyer to protect you. Okay? If you want a divorce or something, as long as it's uncontested, you've been with us for 90 days, and the person will sign the paperwork, we'll handle it. But if it's contested, it's going to be at a 25%, so it could cost a couple $1,000s. But know this, these people out there that want to go run their mouths is because they're not happy with something. They literally like to live in a negative world. That means every little company in the world, there's some kind of conspiracy to. But let me ask you this, would you rather spend $1 a day, or would you rather spend your life savings on a situation that happens? Not everything's going to deal with the legal. But I know that I am part of a company that's going to go out of their way for each and every one of you. My name is Jeffrey Jansen. I just want you to know that all these people out there, and there's not even that many of them, compared to the millions that go after Microsoft, that go after all the cell phone companies, we have a couple hundred that might be negative. What's wrong, Grace?
Nothing.
Anyway, I got to get back to my daughter. Hope each and every have a great day, and I'll talk to everybody later. Bye, Gracie.